Hey everybody, welcome back to Dead Man DZ's Kanji Study Sessions. We got 12 new vocabulary words from JLPT N1 list today, and as always, we'll be writing down every new kanji we see 10 times and going over their readings, their meanings, and how to remember them based on the radicals that make up the kanji. If you don't want to listen to me write these and say them out loud, head on over to YouTube and you can skip ahead to the explanations, and if you just want these word lists, head on over to Google Drive. Our first word for today is naizo. Nai on the left side for inside, and zol on the right side for hidden or storehouse. So this is the internal hidden stuff, aka the built-in or already equipped stuff of something. Naizo is our new noun for built-in or equipped. Now I know that sounds like an adjective, and that's because a lot of Japanese adjectives actually are nouns to them. So don't worry that it's labeled as an adjective. It's a noun. Naizo. Naizo. Literally translated the internally hidden, but colloquial meaning already equipped or built in. Naizo. Internal, built in, or equipped is naizo. Zo is actually the first, one of the, probably the third kanji I ever learned in this series from Reizoko. Naizo. Naizo is our hidden insides with internal, equipped, or built in. Naizo. Naizo is internal or built in. Number two is iko. Both of these kanji having kind of a sense of movement to them, shifting and moving, with i and ko on the right side for going. So together these kind of mean shift and movement, or switching over, migration, and transition. Iko is transition. Let's kind of a bold transition. That was closest, I think. Iko is switching over to, or transition. Moving to some new medium is iko. Iko is transition or migration. Switching over to. Iko desu. Iko. Iko desu. Iko is transition or switching over with moving and going. Iko is transition. Iko desu. Number three is moroni. Moroni is completely, all the way, altogether, or bodily. The way I'm trying to remember this is with Mordor and Lord of the Rings. Frodo went all the way to Mordor. Moroni is our new adverb for completely or all the way. So it's probably going to be mostly rote memorization. As honestly, iko is probably going to be rote memorization too. Let's face it. Two kanji that both mean movement come together and mean transition. I just, it's hard to actually put any real sense to that in English anyway. Moroni is completely or all the way. Moroni. Number four is kokoro gake. Kokoro on the left side for heart, and kake on the right side for suspending. So this literally translates to heart suspension, but it means your mental attitude, a way of thinking, a prudence, or an intention. Where does your heart hang, or mind in this case? Kokoro can mean either heart or mind. Kokoro gake is where your mind is hanging. What is your mental attitude? Where's your mind hanging out at? Kokoro gake is one's mental attitude or way of thinking. Kokoro gake desu. Kokoro gake. Much like we hang ideas, omoitsuku, or attach ideas. In thinking about our mental thinking, we are hanging our mind somewhere. Omoigake. Kokoro gake. Sumimasen. Kokoro gake. It's one's mental attitude or way of thinking. Number 5 is fura fura, which is either an adjective or an adverb. If used as an adjective, it's unsteady or shaky. And if used as an adverb, it's waveringly, unsteady, or aimlessly. This is kind of an onomatopoeia. Fura fura is unsteady or shaky. Fura fura. Much like a shaking body. Fura fura. Sounds like a shaking body, right? Fura fura. Fura fura. Shakingly, waveringly. Fura fura. Fura fura desu. Fura fura is waveringly or shakingly. Number 6 is a not so fun one with tare nagashi. Tareru on the right side is kind of droop or to hang. In this case, we're talking about poop hanging or dropping. And nagashi on the right side for flowing. So this is kind of, you've got a hanging turd or you've got some flowing piss coming out of you. Tare nagashi is to soil oneself or incontinence. Sorry for the mental image, guys, but mental images are needed. Tare nagashi. To hang a turd and wet oneself. Tare nagashi is wetting oneself or soiling oneself. Tare nagashi. Tare nagashi is soiling oneself. Tare nagashi desu. Let a turd hang and let the piss flow. Sorry that's so vulgar, but it's going to help me remember it. Tare nagashi is hanging turd and flowing piss. Soiling oneself is tare nagashi. Number 7 is kyakkanteki. We've already learned that kyakkan is an objective point of view, or the objective point of view, and kyakkanteki is the thing. Teki is our suffix for an adjective. So kyakkanteki is the objective in an adjective form. An objective viewpoint. 客観的な視点、立場、同じぐらいですね。客観的 is a objective. Objective 視点、他に立場、客観的立場 an objective standpoint. 客観的 is objective. 客観的 I think it's a not adjective. What do you do with tech? Yeah, 客観的な立場 an objective standpoint. 客観的客観的客観的 is objective. 客観的 Number 8 is kifuku. With our new kanji, fuku, hokani fuseru, for prostrated, bend down, or bowing. With our person, this is the radical for person, next to our radical for a dog. So there's a person bent over or bowing down to pet the dog. Fuseru, or fuku, is prostrated, bend down, or bow. Together with ki on the left side, which means to get up, like to rise out of bed in the morning, okiru, or okoru, to happen, something stood up and happened. So ki plus fuku means standing up and bending down, meaning undulation, ups and downs are kifuku. Kifuku is our new noun for undulation. Fuku, kifuku no fuku is the bending side of that. Ki on the left side is our standing side, and fuku on the right side is our bending or bowing sign. Fuku, hokani fuseru is to bend or bow down. Fuseru, hokani fuku. Kifuku no fuku is bending or bowing. Kifuku no fuku. Kifuku is undulation or standing up and going down. Kifuku. じゃあ次9番は発令です。発 on the left side for discharge. 右側の令 for an order or a command. So 発令 is literally the discharge of some command or proclamation. An official announcement or a proclamation is a 発令 or a discharge of an order or decree. 発令 is the discharge of some order. An official an announcement or proclamation. 発令 is an official proclamation or announcement. 発令です。発令です。発令です。Number 10 is kokushi. Koku on the left side for kind of violent or severe or harsh, kind of like an abusive kind of kanji, cruel or severe. And shi on the right side for use. So this is the cruel use of something, an exploitation, an overuse, or an abuse. Kokushi is overuse or exploitation. Abuse, if you will. Kokushi desu. Kokushi. Kokushi is exploitation or abuse. Kokushi, severe use or cruel use, is exploitation. Kokushi desu. Kokushi. Kokushi desu is abuse or exploitation or overuse, depending on what kind of context you're talking about. Kokushi is cruel, is the cruel use of something, or exploitation. Kokushi. Number 11 is kake. Now this word has a bunch of different ways you can use it, but we're just going to take it as the simple noun for credit or a bill for now, because those are about the same meaning. Literally, this is just the kanji for hanging or suspending. In this case, we're suspending pay. So I'm just going to try and remember these two for now, but I have to keep in the back of my mind, again, I probably won't remember this, that kake can also be hot noodles in broth, a rack or a hanger, or the proportion of some sales price that you actually pay. Kake is credit or a bill. Kake is a credit, a suspended, in this case, pay. Kake is a credit or a bill. Kake is credit or bill. Kake desu. Our kanji for suspending. In this case, we're suspending, actually paying for later and using our credit. Kake is suspension or hanging. With lots of colloquial uses that we're not going to remember, but we will try to remember. Credit or a bill is kake. And finally, number 12 is chokaku. Cho on the left side is our alternate way of writing to hear, kiku. So this is hearing on the left side, and kaku on the right side for the sense of. Kaku is our kind of suffix for the senses. Shikaku is the sense of sight. Chokaku is the sense of hearing. Ajikaku? I don't know what the sense of taste is. Ajikaku. Tabun. Ajikaku. Aji. Oh boy. Mikaku. Mikaku is the taste or sense of taste. So chokaku is our listening sense or listening comprehension. Or not comprehension, sorry. Listening feeling, I guess? The sense of hearing is chokaku. Chokaku desu. Chokaku desu is our sense, kaku, of hearing. Chokaku is our hearing sense. Chokaku desu is our hearing sense, literally translated. Chokaku is our hearing sense. Chokaku desu. Chokaku desu. Ja. Let's go back to the top. Make sure we put some good pins in our brain where all these memorizations are eventually going to go. Make sure you're making flashcards so these can eventually be memorized. And make sure you're immersing yourself in Japanese, at least for some part of the day, so that you can get that good practice. Our first word of the day was internal, built-in, or equipped with naizo. Nai on the left side for inner, and zo on the right side for hidden or warehouse. Warehoused. Naizo is our internally hidden or built-in and equipped thing. Naizo is our noun. Switching over to or migration, specifically transition, a moving to a different way of moving is iko. I on the left side, ido no I plus ko on the right side for iku or yuku no ko. Iko is a transition or a changeover. Completely or all the way is our new adverb moro ni. Moro ni. No kanji, just hiragana. Our mental attitude or way of thinking is our kokoro gake, or where our mind is hung on. Kokoro gake is one's mental attitude or way of thinking. Shakingly, or shaky itself, the adjective or adverb, fura fura, is our new automatopoeia for something that is shaky or wavering. Fura fura. Fura fura desu. じゃあ次は incontinence or soiling oneself is to let the turd hang, tare, or let the piss flow. Nagashi, tare nagashi, is soiling oneself one way or another. Tare nagashi. Objective as an adjective is kyakkanteki. Kyaku on the left side for a guest. Kan in the center for viewing. And teki on the right side to make the whole thing an adjective. Kyakkan is the objective point of view, and kyakkanteki is objective, and then you have some noun. Kyakkanteki na nani nani suru. 次は undulation, ups and downs, is kifuku. Kifuku. Ki on the left side for okiru no ki, plus fuku on the right side for bending down, with our person bending down to pet the dog. Kifuku is undulation or up and downs. An official announcement or proclamation is a hatsure. Hatsu on the left side for discharge, and re on the right side for an order. Hatsure is an official discharge of an order. Exploitation or overuse and abuse is kokushi. Koku on the left side for cruel or severe, and shi on the right side for use. Kokushi is severe use. And finally, credit or a bill is a kake, literally a suspension. Kake, and there are lots of types of suspensions that's used colloquially just by the word kake. And finally, the sense of hearing is chokaku. Cho on the left side for hearing. Shicho for a trial listen. No cho plus oboeru no kaku. Chokaku is our hearing sense, literally translated. Thanks for watching today, everybody. I hope you had a good Thursday, and I will see you all tomorrow. Thanks for watching. どうもありがとうございました。